class, for the people who haven't seen the video, this is about the video, right, Shrijita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm recording this, okay, so that I can share it with the SEC Common Core students. Is it fine, students? I'm taking your consent to
Yes.
record this.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever Shrijita says is a general synopsis of whatever is there in the video, okay? So it's about reading the title and reading the poem generally. And then what is annotate? What is annotating? Anyone? What does annotate mean?
Yes, sir.
So what is annotate? What
Sir,
is
like
it?
I have said that we have to mark the words or the things that we find interesting or find confusing about the poem. That is annotate.
Yeah,
Annotate.
okay. Yeah, so annotate means taking careful look at the poem. Okay, so first you generally look into the poem and then you annotate, meaning you look into the poem more carefully. Okay, then when you're doing that, you will be looking up for unknown words. Okay, you'll be looking at who the narrator is, how the narrator is identifying certain characters or talking about certain characters. Okay, that is quite a lot about a narrator. We can say quite a lot about the narrator and his perspectives, okay, in a poem. And then noticing the shifts of languages, okay, figure out the structure, okay, and reading it one more time. Okay, so this is a general approach of poetry. Okay, whenever we are learning about the comprehension of poetry, maybe we are thinking that it is very simple. We have been doing this from class 7 onwards, and it is so easy. Okay, but I think until now, you people have been looking at the poetry through the perspective of literature. Okay, so since my class is all about languages, I would want to shift your focus towards the approach from the language point of view. Okay, so whatever we saw in the video is more or less related to the literature part of English. Okay, reading the title, annotating unknown words, narrators, tone. Okay, all of these things are a little bit of more on the literature part and a little less on the language side. Okay, so if I have to talk about the language side now, what is the most important thing that you notice in a poem through the language perspective? Anyone, any student who can answer this? You can even give wrong answers. Okay, in my class, there's no need to be right. The more wrong you become, the more we learn. Okay, so what is the language perspective that you see whenever you are uh, whenever you come across a poem? Like from the literature part, you see all of these, right? You read the poem carefully, you read the title, and then you identify the narrator, who the narrator is, what is happening. Okay, how is it beautiful or not, and all of these things. The literature part, more descriptive part. Okay, what is the more specific part that you see in a language that you come across in a poetry? The language used by the poet. Anyone? Not just Shijita, okay? All of the other people should also answer, even if it's wrong. I don't care, but at least participate. Come on. कोई नहीं बोल सकता है लैंग्वेज के पर्सपेक्टिव से क्या व्हाट डू यू नोटिस come on English honor students what is the language part you notice anything even if it's the simplest of the thing okay no answers from anyone
Sir,
okay. Yeah
sir,
like
central idea of the theme.
sorry
The central idea of the poem or the theme.
yeah so again see the central idea and the theme of the poem and all of these things again relates to what literature right
Yes, sir.
yeah very fairly towards literature what is the theme what is the idea and all of this. Now, when I have to shift towards language, okay, just like whenever you are learning a language, what is the most this was the thing that we had shared in our English language classes, okay, the lab classes. What was the thing that that I told you to focus on to know your language properly is the parts of speech. Okay, so nouns, verbs, adverbs, all of these things. If you know it clearly, you are very quite well acquainted to use the language in a proper way. No, am I clear on this parts of speech? Yeah, you people
Yes,
know
sir.
about
Yes,
it, right?
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now for the poems, we move towards the figures of speech. Okay. So you people can write it down in your notebooks that for a poem to understand a poem to the language perspectives, the first thing is the uh, figure of speech. Okay, figure of sentences that is used. So there we come across what are the things that we come across: similes, right? Maybe we come across epics, ballads, okay, sonnets, couplets, free verse. Okay, so all of these relates to poetry. So whenever you come across a poem, so if it is like Homer's Iliad, it is a poem, right? So what is it? What is the language part of it? Which category does it fall into? Homer's Iliad. What do you do about Homer? Odysseys. You're doing Odysseys, right? Class?
Sir, it falls under epic.
Epic, right? So why? Because it is a long poem. Okay, so that is epic. So we start saying that, describing the poem by saying that okay, it is an epic. And what does an epic generally have? It is a heroic, legendary figures are there. It is not a common day-to-day life uh, story or a poem. Okay, like not like Wordsworth's romantic poems. Okay, so that is see the word the moment we took out the word epic, now we are going into the general description of the poem, right? Not from the language perspective, not from the literature perspective, but from the language perspective. So if it is an epic, then it is an epic. So it might be written in what? Now once you identify what it is, okay, whether it is an epic or you people even learn about what elegies, right? A country church had elegies there that you read, ballads. Okay, so once you recognize all of these, which category it falls into, then what comes is the rhythm, the epic. So the Homer, the rhythm that Homer uses when he writes his epic is completely different from the rhythm used by Milton in Paradise Lost. Okay, the epic, the pentameter verses comes with Milton, whereas it is not. It is the classical way of writing epics for Homer, in that matter. So that is how you uh, approach the poem through language. That is like I'm identifying it as an epic, and then you describe the literature part of it. Like Shizita said, the central idea of the poem. So maybe you would talk about the central idea of the epic poem that is being given to you. Okay, so what is the epic? The central idea in Achilles. Through the language point of view, if you go through the if you say that the Iliad is an epic and it talks about heroic legendary figures, okay, it is a big stage, it is not a general day-to-day life epic, then you talk about it talks about maybe Achilles, the legendary figure there, and he has a antagonist who is Hector. So that is how you delve more into literature, but you started off with the language part. Okay, am I clear until now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please write down the different forms of poetry that you would be coming across. Okay, so write it down, the forms of poetry in your exercise book. So number one would be elegies, Elegies. What are elegies? Does your English honors have elegies? Have you read any elegies until now? Third semester
No,
English
sir.
honors?
We just know what is elegy is, but we don't have anything elegy in our syllabus.
The elegy written in the country churchyard, that one? Do you have that one?
No, sir.
No, okay. So, yeah, okay. So, what is your general idea of an elegy?
So, elegy is about a poem, long narrative poem, which is usually uses means it's lamenting about something or some person like that. It's a sad poem.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, elegies are generally written in the tombstones. Okay, in the England, in the classical England, people used to write beautiful elegies in the tombstones. Okay, the tombstones that you come across 1800s or maybe earlier than that, you'll see all beautiful elegies in the tombstone. So generally, it is a lament. It is a sad thing. Lament means it's a sad thing. Okay, so that is elegy. So whenever you see a poem which has a strong or funeral-like grave tone, then it is what? It is an elegy. Okay, so one is that. I think you people are jotting down notes, right?
Yes,
Third
sir.
Yes,
semester?
sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
So elegies. Number two is epics. Elegies, did you write? It is you can write down a mournful elegy dash, then you can write a mournful, mourn, mournful, sad, lament, lament, lament for the dead. Okay, so you so so whenever you write, if you recognize an elegy, if you read a poem and if you find out that it is an elegy, then you would be writing the poem is written in elegiac meter. Okay, which means a sad or mournful verse, like Milton's pentameter verse, okay, or like Wordsworth's romantic verses. This would be an elegiac meter. Okay, so please write down elegiac. Okay, so the meter, a poem has words, okay, and it has a meter, no rhythm, right? So that is how a poem is differentiated with a prose, right? A prose is generally may or may not have a rhythm, but a poem has a rhythm. Okay, so what would be the rhythm that the elegy uses? It is an elegiac meter. What is it? Third semester, what is it? What is the meter? Anyone that elegies use?
The elegiac meter.
Elegy meter.
Okay, so elegiac. Get the spelling right. Elegiac. Okay. Okay, so I think elegies are clear for you people. Now the next one is epic. Epics, okay? So what is an epic?
Sir, an epic is a long narrative poem.
Yeah, okay. It's a long narrative poem, usually has heroic or legendary figures. Okay? Long heroic poem, full stop, usually has heroic or legendary figures. Okay, so now after epic, you can write down ballads, ballads, ballads. Okay, what is ballad? What is the ballad?
Sir, something related to music.
Okay, anyone other than Shijita? What is that?
It's related to dancing drama and something like that.
Okay, any other person? Okay, ballad is actually it's related to music and poems. Okay, both lyrics. If I have to talk about music, then it is lyrics, ballads. Okay, and then also in poets by poets. Okay, so what is a ballad? Is it is a poem or a song. You can write it down. Okay, uh, which tells us a story in short stanzas. Okay, so if it is a ballad and if it is in the form of music and song, then it has short stanzas and it talks about a story. Okay, so if it can be love ballads, okay, it can be so many other ballads, country ballads, okay, blues ballads, okay, rock and roll ballads, okay, or maybe just lyrical ballads in form for the poems. Okay, so that is what is a ballad, and again a ballad would be having a particular rhyming scheme. Okay, I'll talk about rhyming scheme later. First let us just talk about the forms of poems first. Okay, then we'll talk about the other parts of it. So until now, elegies, epics, ballads. Okay, then we have limericks. Limericks. Okay, so this is what is limericks, anyone? Okay, it is a humorous
Sir,
poem. Yeah, yes.
sir, it is a humoric poem, like 5 line.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so limerick is it talks about the humorous aspects of maybe even the serious matters. Okay, and it is generally packed into a small paragraph, so generally 5 lines. Okay, and so that is a limerick. Okay, then after limerick, we have couplets, couplets. Couplets, okay. So couplets again, anyone?
So generally, a sonnet ends with a couplet, rhythmic couplet.
Okay, so yeah, couplet is like what does couple mean? It means the same type. Okay, so it has the same rhyme and the same length. Okay, it has the same kind of verse. Okay, so whenever you come across a poem that ways, you can term it as a couplet. Okay, and then we have sonnets. Okay, so what is a sonnet again? I think you people are very familiar with sonnets.
It's a 18-line poem.
Line poem.
It is a 14 line, not 18. Okay, it
Yes,
is
sir.
a 14.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is a 14 line poem. Hmm. And it again has a rhyme scheme. Okay, again, that is again a detailed one. It has 10 syllables and all of these things. But for just to recognize it, you can just say that it is a sonnet. Okay, you don't have to go that detailed in the college readings. Then after sonnet, we have free verse. Okay, free verse is poetry that has irregular rhythms. Okay, so it can be it can not have rhythm, but in that irregular rhythm, it will have some kind of pattern. Okay, at least it will have pattern. So that is a free verse. Otherwise, if the free verse doesn't have a pattern, then it will turn into a क्या होगा वो prose में चला जाएगा, no? If it doesn't have a pattern. If it has a particular pattern, a particular rhythm, a particular sense of alignment, then it is a poem. Okay, a poem is much more specific, I would say. Okay, so I think these are the general aspects of poem. Okay, now let us go deeper into understanding. Okay, and now when we go deeper into understanding, what I would ask you, I would ask the class, what is again the difference between poetry and the prose?
So the poetry has a rhythmic sound and the prose has not.
Okay, yeah, so it is all about sounds and rhyme. Like Shizita said, it has a rhythmic sound. Okay, so and what does rhythmic mean? What is the root of rhythmic? Rhythm? Batao, batao. What is the root word of rhythm? How does rhythm come? क्या है उसका bear word? What is the bear word? Like for crying, the root word is cry. No, cry से crying आता है, cried आता है, cries आता है, so many things.
The
So
rhyme.
yeah, okay. So rhyme. Yeah, good. So rhythm comes from rhyme. So a poem has a rhyme and it has a particular kind of a sound, right? Uh,
And so rhyme means to flow.
yeah, it means yeah, it has some kind of again the pattern.
Sir, repetition.
Yeah, repetitions and patterns. Okay, and carefully aligned words, and that is how rhythm. It is carefully aligned words into the space. Okay, the time. So if the meter serves to be time in the poem, okay, then the rhyme, the melody becomes the rhyme becomes the melody. Okay, so rhyme is the melody, and then the meter becomes the time. Okay, so now when we talk about uh, the rhyming patterns, uh, okay, we can you can write down the next topic we will go into is the types of rhyme, or maybe wait. Okay, the topic would be rhyme scheme and types of rhyme. Okay, okay, written down rhyme scheme and types of rhyme.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. What is rhyme scheme?
So the
Simply,
structure, like A, B, B, A.
yeah, okay. So you people have general understanding of it. Okay, so rhyme scheme means it has a scheme. Okay, just looking at the word rhyme scheme, it has particular the rhyme, the rhythm has a particular scheme. Okay, so there are various schemes, no? So like in even in your recharge vouchers, you have various schemes, 101 scheme, 3G scheme. Okay, then free calling scheme, free messaging scheme. So in the same way, we have different schemes of rhythm found in a poem. Okay, and the schemes would be like our friend said, maybe A B, okay, or maybe A, okay, or maybe A B, B A. Okay, so that is how we should recognize again the rhyme schemes whenever we are comprehending a poem through the language part. Okay, so so you can write down the types of rhyme schemes. Okay, first would be a perfect rhyme. Okay, for what is a perfect rhyme? A perfect rhyme has a complete AURAL oral correspondence. CORRESPONDENCE. Okay.
Sir, could you please repeat?
The perfect rhyme has complete oral AURAL correspondence. CORRESPONDENCE. Okay. Examples like the perfect rhyme would be boo moo. Okay. Boo and moo. Or mm, or maybe certain curtain. Okay. Same oral. Oral means the same way we are pronouncing, no? Curtain, certain, curtain. Okay. Dead, death. Okay. So all of these are perfect rhyme. They are in perfect rhythmic pattern with each other. Like
Sir,
Wolf, Wolf
blue,
fall,
yes. Sir, blue blow,
a blue
uh,
blow, yeah.
merry
Okay.
monkey, sun sand.
Yeah, okay. So all of these are perfect rhymes. So whenever you are analyzing again a poem, then you can just write it is a perfect rhyme or what kind of rhyme it follows, okay? The other one, the second one would be a forced rhyme, okay? So forced rhyme is generally followed in the free verses, okay? So there are unnatural rhythms, okay, coming up unexpectedly, okay? So unnatural rhymes. Okay, like example, mm, you there are master, do you own desire? Okay, or you're there and master. There is no need of it, but still there and master. They are coming as a simple kind of a rhyme in the middle. Okay, otherwise this poem already, this line already has the rhyme of desire with fire. Okay, so fire and desire, AB scheme is going on. But in the middle, somewhere, the poet decides to give a irregularity, and there the there and master would just come in. Okay, so wherever you find a kind of irregular, um, a kind of a rhyme, then it is a forced rhyme. Okay, the other one would be a slant rhyme. Okay, so what is a slant rhyme? Words are similar, okay, but do not have um, perfect similar bearings. Okay, like in perfect rhyme, it was perfectly together, no, like certain and curtain. Okay, dead and dead. blue and blow. Okay, it's a same kind of oral correspondence, but in the slant rhyme, there is no perfect correspondence, but still it is a rhyme. Okay, for example, for example, desire and liar. Okay, desire and liar. It is a kind of a slant rhyme, because desire and liar is a this it's a different oral correspondence. Whenever you say desire, your mouth takes a different shape altogether. Desire, whereas liar is a completely different linguistic approach. Okay, so and that is a slant rhyme. Like other examples would be maybe
Sir,
found,
cat sat.
cat sat.
Sad. Yes, sir.
No, yeah, more. It would be cat and sat. Yeah, okay. That, yeah. Again, that would fall into something else. Okay, the later one. I think found and kind. Okay, these are more like slant rhymes. Mm, Uh, like grim and gray game. Okay, like maybe. Let me think of some more. Lack and glorify. Okay, they are rhyming, but it is a slant rhyme, which is not exactly rhyming, right? Lack and glorify.
Sir,
Okay,
all soul.
sorry,
Sir, all soul.
all and sold.
Yes, sir. Soul, SOUL.
All, yeah, okay, yeah. So all and soul. Okay, so this is a good example. It is a slant rhyme again. Okay, so that is how the sound is the same, but the structure is different. Okay, so like in our language classes, we have talked about the four tiers of language. So the structure, the syntax is different. Okay, like all and soul. Okay, it's a completely different structure, but phonetically, okay, in the sound, it is the same, all and soul. Okay, so that is a slant rhyme. Now the other one would be a masculine rhyme. Okay, so now cat and sat is a masculine rhyme. Okay, why? Because a masculine rhyme has a single stressed syllable rhyme. Okay, I hope you people understand by stressed and unstressed syllable. Or you people, do you know what a syllable is? क्या है syllable? Anyone?
Sir, a unit of pronunciation.
Sorry?
Sir, a unit of pronunciation having one vowel sound.
Okay, so that was quite well defined, Suman. I did not expect this with a vowel in the middle. Okay, it has a vowel and a consonant. That is a much more detailed definition of this. But if I have to just talk into a simple definition of a symbol, then it is a syllable. It is something that you speak out with eksas, like cat, sat, just one air pulse, no? Otherwise, if I have to say house, then it is two syllable. House, two times the air is coming out. No? So that is so a masculine rhyme is generally single stressed syllable. Mane, there's only one stress in the syllable. So which is a one stressed one? Like I'm saying right now, one. That's a one stressed syllable. That's a masculine rhyme. One, and maybe the other one. What would relate to one? Maybe one run. Okay, a slant rhyme, or maybe again, if you have to again go much more deeper into that, then a masculine rhyme. Why? Because it just has a single stressed. Okay, um, uh, fight and write. Okay, so just one syllable again. It is not fighter. Okay, or writer. Again, if I say writer, it would be a two syllable. Fighter, it would be two syllable. But this is just one stress. Fight, single stressed. Right, okay. Stove, drove, okay. Masculine rhyme. This is what? A masculine rhyme, okay. Now, corresponding to the masculine rhyme, we have the other one, which is the feminine rhyme. So now, if a masculine rhyme has one single stressed syllable, okay, a feminine rhyme will have one stressed syllable and one unstressed syllable. Okay, so it would be basically a feminine rhyme will have two syllables. Okay, like mm, like teacher, creature. Okay, T there, the stress is there. Sure, unstressed. I'm unstressing it. Teacher, okay, unstressing it. Till teach, it is more of stressed. No, it just has two sounds. This is on the phonetics part of linguistics. So, so one stressed and one unstressed. Okay, so mm,
So,
mm,
higher desire,
higher, higher desire. Yeah, okay, yeah. So higher desire. Okay,
higher
again,
aspire.
higher aspire. Yeah, again, very good. Two syllables. One is stressed. The other one is unstressed. Okay. So again, that is how we recognize in a poem. Okay, there are many words which the poems use. So either it is masculine rhythm or it is feminine rhythm, or sometimes it is forced or slant or perfect. Okay, and there are two more. The other one is the visual rhythm. Okay, the visual rhyme. Okay, so what is a visual rhyme is visually they look similar, but when you speak it out, it doesn't rhyme with each other. Okay, like laughter and slaughter. Okay, they visually look the same, but they are not very rhythmic. Okay, or
Sir,
maybe
move and love.
sorry,
Move and love.
love and
Move.
move, move and love. Yeah, okay, okay. So that is kind of a visual rhythm, move and love. Let me think of some more. Mm, glass and maybe brass. Okay, glass and brass. It is just visually, but doesn't really rhyme. So those are visual rhythms. Maybe let me look up for one more. Uh,
Sir, pour and hour.
Sorry, hour and
Pour.
for an hour. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you people got it. So that is what is it. Okay. Visually, they are pour and hour again. Pour and HOUR. It is quite the same visually, but not very rhyming phonetically. Okay. So that is a visual rhyme. And one more we have after this. That is the internal rhyme. Okay, so internal rhyme is a rhyme which is in the middle of uh, the poem, okay, of the line. Like generally, a poem is rhymes in the end, no? Like weary, deary, or lore, door. Okay, more. That is it. It is rhythmic towards the end, but some of the poems use it in the middle as well. Okay, internal rhymes. So again, your internal there are. It would be in the middle of the poem, okay, not at the end. So,
Sir, motto, borrow.
yeah, but that should be in the middle of the poem, not at the end of it. You know, any kind of rhyme can be there in the middle of the uh, poem, in the middle of the line. There can be a slant rhyme, forced rhyme, perfect rhyme, masculine rhyme. Okay, used. So this whatever rhyme is used, it is again categorized into the internal rhyme here. Okay. Um,
Sir, napping, tapping.
yeah, like deary, weary. Okay, all of these things. Then after the internal rhymes, what we have to a little bit focus on is uh, okay. Did I talk about okay alternate rhyme? Okay, there's another one which is known as alternate rhyme. What is alternate rhyme again? There's an alternative rhyme scheme. Okay, so it is A B. So that way it goes on. Okay, then C D, then E F. Okay, then after alternate rhyme we have the couplet rhymes. Okay, the one that we talked about earlier, the types of poems. Okay, in that couplet you have a coupled rhyme, COUPLED, coupled rhyme. The first one is alternate rhyme. The one that we are talking about is a coupled rhyme. Okay, so rhymes which occur in pairs. Okay, so A, B, B, C, C. Okay, so like it would be cat, mat. Okay, cried, tired. That is AABB. Okay, then the other one is monorhyme, MONORHYME. Okay, monorhyme. Again, the entire poem just has a single rhyme. Okay, so cat, rat, mat, dad, fat, lad. That way it just goes on. Monorhyme. Okay, then we have simple four-line rhyme, which would be ABCB. Okay, so the second and the fourth stanzas would be rhyming, and the first and the third line may or may not rhyme. Okay, in simple four-line rhymes. The chain rhyme, there's another one which is known as chain rhyme. So what happens in the chain rhyme is the rhyme continues throughout the poem. Okay, it is not like in one stanza there is one rhyme and the other one it is another rhyme. Another stanza it is another rhyme. Okay, generally poems do this, but if there is a chain rhyme, then the rhyme generally follows on, continues on. Okay. Uh, okay, so for today, regarding the details of all of these things, we'll just keep it till you're okay, because I don't think if I teach you more than this, then everything will go over the head. But before that, I just want to discuss about the other one that I posted in our classroom. Okay. Did you people go through that, the poetry comprehension that I posted in the classroom?
Yes, sir.
All the others also went through it. Most of you did not go through it. See, whatever I post, okay, you should go through it, and that ways it would be a healthy discussions in our classes. Okay, you people should go through all of these things. Otherwise, the most of the things would go in useless discussions in the class. Okay, like Shijita has gone through many of the videos. Okay, some of the people are quite regular in doing things, so you people should at least follow whatever is posted there. Okay, anyways, I'll just talk about that. There's a poetry that is being posted, okay, in our classroom, and it is about Emily Dickinson, who has written this poem, okay. And there is a set of questions that is followed from the stanzas, okay, that is given. And so let us discuss about. Did you people answer the questions? The people who went through it.
Yes, sir, I tried it.
You tried? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Srijita.
Yes.
Any other people did not try? Did not care to look at all? Okay, so you people should, okay? Otherwise, this I'm again. If you people do not match up with my pace, again, then I'm going to back down on my pace. Okay, and I have all the reasons to do that, even if the authorities ask me later on. Okay, you people should catch up. See, I was thinking of posting more materials in the classroom, but I just posted two of it just to see if you people could really participate in it. Okay, but it's just one or two people participating. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good also as you students. Okay, you learn so many things if you follow the classroom, not just for marks, but for your personal development in speaking of English language. It will help you a lot. Okay, so there's no point to discussing this poem because it is just one. I think Shijita has gone through the poem and no one has done it, so it would be very unfair, and you people would not be understanding also whatever I would be discussing here. Okay, so let's keep this poem for the next class. Okay, everyone,
Sir,
is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next class I really expect other students apart from Shrijita. Even if Shrijita doesn't talk next class, I'm okay with it because she has at least read something. Okay, even if she's not like really prepared for the class, like read everything, memorized everything, she has a fair idea and she can at least participate in the class. I want the same thing from all the students as well. I don't want you to be like experts in SEC English and talking about a lot of ideas here and saying and impressing me. It doesn't matter to me, all of these things, impression and this and that. Okay, what matters to me is participation. You learn along with me. Okay, so we that ways we'll have a healthy class, we'll have a healthy environment, we'll have a positive learning. Otherwise, now if you last time you people were saying that let's speed up our pace. Okay, but if I speed up my pace, then the students are lost. They're lost AY. Just two of the materials that I posted, and even in the two of them, none of you people could participate properly. It was only one or two students. Okay, so if I'm raising my pace, then maybe you people should raise your standards, or maybe you people should raise your reading skills, and then we can follow uh, uh, whatever is there that we need to study. Okay, so we'll keep this poem for the next class, in which we will be discussing about this poem in detail. Okay, and now for your next class, whatever the things that I gave you today as notes, so refer to those notes and analyze this poem. Whatever poem is here that I've posted in your classroom, you analyze that poem in accordance to the rhythm patterns that I've given you, in accordance to the sounds that I've given you, in accordance to the categories that I've given you, okay, like epic and whatnot, the ballads and all of these things. You just categorize this poem, okay, the rhythm that it uses, the slant rhythm maybe, or maybe the masculine rhythm, or whatever rhythm it uses. You make point, you annotate, okay, like in our first video, like Shijita told us, you need to annotate, okay, so you annotate the poem, कहाँ पे metaphor लगा है, कहाँ पे simile लगा है, okay. Next class we'll talk about, I wanted to talk about this, the metaphor, the simile, the hyperbole, all of these things, but I cannot because no one has gone through the poem. So even if I talk about hyperbole, सर अच्छा कह रहा है, सुनने में अच्छा है, बस इतना होगा, लेकिन समझने में सब बुरा है, कुछ नहीं समझ रहा है, okay. So the next time we'll talk about all of these things, which relates to what, the figures of speech, okay. So you people, what's your homework? You people would be, go through the poem that I've posted in the classroom and you would be annotating it. Okay, I'll be writing this formally as a notice also in the classroom, but I'm telling you as well. So you would be annotating the poem, okay, with all the things that I gave you, the features that I gave you, and there was something in my mind. It just skipped my head. Okay, so the rhythm patterns as well. So A B B C or B C D C, okay, or A B or a simple four line rhythm pattern. So whatever we discussed, you just annotate. You just keep a note of it. Okay, and next time we come, we discuss about it. Okay, so one is annotation, and the other one that just slipped my mind and it has come back again is we look into the figures of speech. Okay, very important. Okay, once we know the figures of speech, then we can relate our poems accordingly. Okay, so with all of these things, the language part would be stronger for us to describe about a poem. Okay, and the literature part, I'm sure you are English honor students, you can very well write about the literature part of it. What is the intention of the author, whether the author wants to say this or whatever he was feeling or whatever he was eating. Okay, that is the literature part of it. You describe a hell lot of things. Okay, but the language part is, as I told you earlier in the English language classes as well, that it is specific. Okay, my subject linguistic is a science. Okay, and science is specific. So whenever I talk about the language part of a poem, I want the specifics of it. So what are the specifics? The things that we discussed today, the kinds of poetry that we have, the patterns that it follows, the rhyming schemes that it has, okay, the figures of speeches it follows, okay, so the types of rhyming scheme it has, the syllables that it uses. So all of these things, the structure it follows, the sounds that it has. Okay, so whenever you approach the comprehension of a poetry question in the NBU also, what you do is you discuss the literature part of the poem along with these nuances of language. Okay, so whenever you are describing the author's intention or the author's approach, you throw in a little bit of words, such as maybe the author uses couplet to describe the antagonistic feelings that he's having here. Okay, so that makes your answers more rich, that fetches you more marks. Okay, maybe this poem is in a ballad form, and the ballad form uses the scheme, the rhythm scheme as completely different from the epic form. Okay, this way, when you substantiate your literature with the language part, your answer becomes a very rich one. Okay, and then with the richness comes uh, the proper analysis of any poem that is given to you, or a proper comprehension of any poems that is given to you. Okay, so annotations with all the notes that I've given you, plus also the meanings, okay, of the words that you do not understand in the poem. You make a list of it. You find the meanings to it, and then we will, when we come in the next class, we discuss about the meanings, how, what are the root words of it, how we analyze those words. Okay, so all of these things we would be doing it in our next class. And plus now again, I would be posting uh, the materials for prose as well. Okay, text comprehension of a prose this week. So this week we dealt with the poetry. Okay, so next week we'll be doing prose, and together then maybe next later on when we intend to revise, we will be doing it together, and then finishing off with the comprehension part. Then once we finish it off with the comprehension part, we go to the editing part. Okay. I think we even have summary writing as well, which again summary writing is again on the comprehension part because you understand first, okay, then you write it down. So the
Sir,
writing part is a little bit editing.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
so will we not have any sort of internal for our ACC?
ACC, I have to discuss with Puja ma'am students because even the science students were having problems with ACC. Okay, so
Okay,
let
sir.
just give me some time. I'm still in my uh, sling. Okay, I'm in a very bad state. That is why I'm not putting up the video as well. Otherwise, if you see the video, you would not even recognize me.
Sir, I'm talking about the ACC internal for second sem.
Second STEM, no? Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Oh, I'll
Yes,
let you
sir.
know. I'll let you know. I have to notify the science and the commerce students also regarding this.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So
Okay, sir.
ACC, second semester, no?
Yes, sir.
ACC second semester. Okay, I'll just make a note of it. And then I'll let you know in maybe a day or two. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
About this class, any question you have, you can just rebuttal me for 5 minutes. Any question? Okay, I don't think you have any questions because most of the students were not at all prepared for this class, that it would be such detailed and all of these things. Okay, what is a monorhyme? Monorhyme is a rhyme scheme which follows a mono sound, you know. It's not stereo, so it's not A, B, A, B, A, B. It is A, like moon, soon, okay, goon, doon. So that way it goes. So that is monorhyme. Okay, Nia?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the thing is, see, today I just gave you the framework. Okay, the students cannot understand everything in this framework. Now, what I want you to do is you uh, Google more, search more on whatever I've given you. Also, I would be posting some materials from my part also on this as well. Okay. So poetry, and next week we'll be doing the prose. Okay, and please, next week, please read the Emily Dickinson poem and come, and then let's analyze this. Okay, once if you do this properly, then you can, this will even help you in your English literature classes. I'm sure you have so many of the poems to analyze and so many of the texts to criticize. Okay, so it will definitely help you. So please take this seriously and write it down. Okay, actually it's such a the bad thing to tell you please and all of these things. You people should be doing it automatically. You people are big enough, not a school going student anymore, a college going student. Okay, so please people, you respect your work, you respect yourself, you respect your studies, and then you have 1 week. Every time you have 1 week, that is like you've got 6 days, okay, with you. In 6 days I don't even post so many materials every day. I just posted sometime, and not so much of materials. You look into it, and then it is a weekly discussion. Saturday we meet, we discuss. Like today we discuss so many things. Okay, if Shijita would not have said anything, then I don't think anyone. We would not even have. Though many of the students participated in between, but related to the academics, there was only a few who did it. Okay, so next time let's have a more interactive class. Okay, this way you learn more. we go for prose analysis of poetry and poetry with all the features that you do here, and then the meanings also. Okay, I'll post a detailed work list in the classroom later. Okay, but for your present understanding, I'm just letting you know. Okay, so I hope you people have taken down the notes. Okay, keep it safe. You can refer it later. Okay, so we end the class today if everything is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for attending. We'll meet next Saturday again.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, take
Thank
care.
you,
Bye.
sir.